House lawmakers pressing Biden's White House chief of staff, Ron Klain, over whether top aides covered up signs of the former president's decline while he was in office.
All right, here we go. Madeleine Rivera joins us live from Washington with the details. Good morning, Maddie.
Good morning. Yeah, unlike some other Biden aides who pled the fifth before the House Oversight Committee, former Chief of Staff Ron Klain did speak with lawmakers. In a closed-door deposition, a source tells Fox Klain said he acknowledged former President Biden was less energetic and more forgetful, but still believed he had the acuity to govern. Klain said Biden often confused names and proper nouns, and it got worse over time. Yet he believed the former president still had the mental sharpness to serve as president and did not think he was too old for the role.
I found Mr. Klain to be very credible. He answered every single question. He was fully cooperative.
I think Mr. Klain has come in there and he's, in my opinion, he's not trying to avoid answering the questions. He's answering the questions carefully. When I say credible, I think he is telling what he knows accurately.
Klain was brought back to help Biden prep before that now infamous debate back in June 2024. Klain said Biden appeared tired and ill, but he had no knowledge of him taking Ambien. This week, Hunter Biden blamed his father's performance on the sleeping pill.
Evidence emerges on a daily basis that would suggest Joe Biden wasn't mentally fit to be president of the United States. Just in the last few hours, obviously, the Hunter Biden interview with the Ambien. You know, it's unfortunate that Dr. O'Connor pled the fifth because, you know, that would certainly be something that we would want to know with respect to the doctor.
A source tells Fox Klain told the committee that former National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan believed Biden was less effective in 2024 compared to 2022, and that Sullivan and Hillary Clinton both did not think he was politically viable. A spokesperson for Sullivan is pushing back, saying he did not have a conversation with Klain about Biden running for president before the debate. Lawrence Ainsley and Brian.
All right, thanks so much. Appreciate it, Maddie. I do know that Ron Klain, initially people thought when he started running for president again, Joe Biden, they thought, even though Ron Klain's been a long-time confidant, they felt as though that he was going too much with Hillary and they wasn't loyal enough to the Bidens. But he went back into the fold and kind of took the lead as chief of staff. But they say that the push to the left was from Ron Klain, who was much more sympathetic to the squad and others than where Joe Biden was traditionally when he was on the top of his game in his career, which was center left. That's just, as Senator Joe Manchin said last week, if you want to know what was going on, why he went so left, blame Ron Klain.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I would say that as it relates to Ron Klain, I believe that he's just opened up a can of worms right now when it comes to this, because he's being partially truthful. He's admitting that the president didn't remember some things. He's admitting that the president needed some naps and some breaks. But you also got to think about what happened after the debate. The Bidens, especially the First Lady, kicked Ron Klain and Anita Dunn to the curb. And they really started to bash the staff and blame them for his debate performance. They said he was traveling too much, that they didn't listen to the First Lady during that period of time. So this is his opportunity to fight back a little bit and save his tail, because he still wants to work in Washington.
Well, it's interesting that he talked. A lot of them were pleading the fifth. They didn't want to answer any questions. They had to be subpoenaed, and then they were able to plead the fifth. But he voluntarily wanted to go and speak, and they said, congressmen and women on both sides said that he was credible. He answered all the questions. He was very cooperative, didn't try to avoid answering any questions. He also said he donated $5,000 for Hunter Biden's legal defense fund.
Really?
Yeah.
What a waste of money that was. Dad pardoned him anyway. So the only thing I would say is, isn't it interesting that he threw two people, brought him down with him, Jake Sullivan and Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
Right.
And he didn't have to do that. He told Craig Shirley about the revelations that Joe Biden was out of it when it came to prepping for
Told
the
Chris
debate.
Ripple that too.
So I think you have a solid theory, is that he's trying to save his career. He's 61.
Yeah.
And if you just say, Joe Biden was fine, who wants to book you for your insights?
No way.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.